Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part 4 of episode 9 of Yours Now, where we're jumping right into the letter. This is from the fans. This was emailed to us. What do you got, Jimmy?
What have we got this week? Dear Kev and Jim.
What? Dear Kim and Jim?
Kev and Jim.
All right.
I've been dating this guy for about 3 weeks and haven't done anything but make out with him. My question is, how long should a woman wait to have sex in order not to be considered a slut?
Whoa. That's a good one. How old are you? You know, I mean, that's a part of it. Wouldn't you say that that's a part of it?
I would assume that they're around the same age. No.
I'm not saying the man and the woman are in the same age, but wouldn't you say that her age has to do with it? Like, let's say she was 15 or 16 or 17. Okay, that's a good bracket there. Well, hold on. Let me speak. If she was to give it up, really? You're just going to crack one off right now?
You did that quite often last week.
Oh, I did. I was gassy last week. All right, so let's say she was between the ages of 15 and 17. Okay, if she was to give it up right away, she'd probably be considered a whore, right? Or a slut. Slut. Not whore, but slutty, right? Mm-hmm. If she's between the ages of 21 to, like, let's say 30.
She should be giving it up within 2 weeks.
Probably. But if she gave it up right away, would she be considered a slut?
Questionable.
Oh, so now the teen to the 20 to 30-year-old has now changed. Now let's say 35 to 40. If she gave it up within the first week, is she a slut?
No.
So now you've answered my question. Does age play a part?
Yes, it does, Kev.
It does play a part. Now, why does it play a part? Now, Kim, it pretty much breaks down to your age. If you're between the ages of 15 to 17 and you give it up in the first week, you're a slut. If you give it up between the ages of 20 to 30, monetarily slut. Why is that, Jim?
I guess it's just the way society's standards hold things these days, I guess. Back in the day, in the 1800s, a 16-year-old girl was
better have kids,
prompt and ready for bearing children and cooking dinner.
Fuck that! Running a motherfucking farm.
It goes into age. I guess age plays a big question.
It does. It really plays a big question.
You know what? It's not about being conceived as a slut. It's what you feel about yourself.
That's right.
If you're asking this question, you
already have the notion that you're going to be a slut.
You're not ready.
Right.
You're not ready. If you're asking that question, you are not ready. And if this guy is worth it, he will wait.
That's right. I cannot agree with you more.
End of discussion. That's it. And generally speaking, 3 weeks with somebody. But if you're like in your teens still, honey, you need to wait for the right guy.
Exactly. Hold off. You've got plenty of time. If this guy is pressuring you to have sex, boot him the fuck out of there. You got no reason to be there. Yep. What else you got for me, Joe?
On to politics and issues, Kev. Now, what do I got this week, you ask?
What do you got for me this week, Jim?
I want to talk about the governor's election in New Jersey, because we covered this on episode 5.
We did.
Or 6. Yeah, it was
whatever
5,
the fuck it was.
Congratulations, Chris Christie, new governor of New Jersey. He won.
Give it up to me. All right. That's who we picked.
Now, we did favor the independent Chris Daggett.
Right.
But we also said you'd be wasting your votes because, you know what I mean, as an independent, he had like 8%. Don't vote for him.
But now, Jim,
taking away votes from Chris Christie.
I wanna interrupt you a minute because we talked about this, ladies and gentlemen. We talked about this before the show. Which most topics, I gotta tell you, we don't. We do not discuss before the show because we don't want to lose content on the fly. But this one we talked about before the show. And Jim, you threw some research that you threw out there. You gave me some disheartening news that really bothered me. And you know what? Why don't you tell the people what you heard, Jim?
Now, I have heard on several different radio stations that there's a conspiracy going on around here. And apparently, it is believed that Chris Daggett was in cahoots with John Corzine, the
Bastard.
Democratic governor of New Jersey at the present time, to steal votes from the Republican challenger, Chris Christie. Not in order to get votes for himself, but to pull votes away from Christie, enough for you could just squeeze on in there for another 4 years. Because so many people hated him and were against Chris Christie. But if you know, I don't know if you know, but
So many people hated Chris Christie? Or
no, so many people hate John Corzine,
right? Whoa.
that they were not going to vote for him, Democratic or not.
Right.
You know? But bottom line is, he figured out a loophole. Let's get an independent in there, take away votes from a Republican,
right.
and then I'll win for sure. Because independent is never going to win in this day and age, because just there's not enough people on board. You know,
right.
Everybody goes so heavy onto this Republican-Democrat thing, which I want to get into in a second, which is just everybody bases their whole opinion on whether they're Republican or Democrat, rather than judge a person by his issues and what he stands for. You know? So what I'm saying is, John Corzine fucked his whole 4 years up. He was asking for your vote. What I'm trying to get at is this, all right? Regardless of the conspiracy theory, whatever, if Daggett was in cahoots with Corzine or not, it didn't work. Christie won because people were sick and tired and wanted to change.
Fucking A.
You know, basically what it comes down to, my point being is, when it comes down to it, you cannot go by whether you're Republican or Democratic.
I hear you, Jim.
You cannot hold that so hard that you will not let go of that, because
when you
sometimes it doesn't matter, people.
Right. When everybody went to register to vote, whether you were a Republican or Democrat, when you registered, vote for the guy who's going to work. If you're a registered Republican, vote for a fucking Democrat if you think they're better. If you registered a Democrat, vote for a Republican if you think they're better.
Vote for change if whatever's going on right now isn't working. Kudos to New Jersey for demanding change.
Fucking A. We give you props, New Jersey.
You've been heard loud and clear, and congratulations, New Jersey. The people have heard you, and Chris Christie, new governor, and I hope that everybody around the world takes that in consideration for the next presidential election.
That's right.
Fuck Democrat, fuck Republican. Go with the issues at hand. Go with what you believe in.
Which generally is independent. So, ladies and gentlemen, we urge you.
Don't put a label on things.
That's right. Do not put a label on things. We urge you not to put a label.
Go from the heart and stop with the labels.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of episode 9 of Yours Now. We hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned till episode 10. Jim, I'm going to take about a minute here.
Well, we don't have a minute. Just real quick, say what we got planned for episode 10.
Episode 10 is a monumental event, ladies and gentlemen.
We're going out to the streets.
That's right. We're going to attempt to do Beer of the Week from a local bar. We're going to do interviews with local people. We're going to tell you about everything because, ladies and gentlemen,
this is about you. This show is yours now. It's your show. We're going to talk to the people and see what they have to say.
We have urged so many times, and we have told you so many times that Yours Now is everybody's show. It's not just about Jimmy and I. It's about everybody in America. So therefore, we feel almost guilty about sitting here and just letting you watch Jimmy and I. We're going out there and we are going to let the American public speak. Is that correct, Jim?
Yes.
That's correct. We're going out to the streets on episode 10, ladies and gentlemen. It's a monumental event. I hope you stay tuned till episode 10. Thank you, everybody. And this is Yours Now.
Yours Now.